In the stock market, we always hear the phrase buy the dip. More often than not, the dip in reality is the beginning of a stock starting to slide downwards. But right now, in April 2024, we have been given a massive opportunity to buy the insane dip on an industry which is going to be massive over the next few years. Not only that, but the companies I talk about in this video are already hugely profitable. Yes, they are undervalued and hugely profitable. Lithium stocks are crashing and lithium prices are down. But lithium has finally found a floor and stopped dropping, so does this create a huge buying opportunity? What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I will be talking about some lithium stocks which in my opinion are the best stocks on the market. They have fantastic profit margins and each one is trading at a significant discount. Everybody knows that the switch to electric vehicles will continue over the next decade, and lithium is the single most important commodity. When we talk about buying the dip, there could not be a clearer dip than this, so stick around until the end of the video. Each of these lithium stocks offer different but fantastic global opportunities. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get into it with the very first stock, which is also the biggest lithium stock in the world and a sure thing at these discounted prices. Albemarle Corporation. Albemarle is not only the largest lithium company by market capitalization, but also the top lithium producer in the world with over 7,000 employees globally. Albemarle has a broad portfolio of lithium mines and facilities, and as expected from the world's leading lithium company, they have facilities all over the world. Albemarle is working to expand its role in domestic production and producing in line with the government's Inflation Reduction Act. The company owns the Silver Peak lithium brine operations in Nevada, which it plans to double the site's lithium production by 2025. Not only is Albemarle the largest lithium producer in the world right now, but they have the potential to triple capacity by 2030. Think of the possible revenues that they will have when lithium goes back up in price. And they don't even have to go all the way back to the highs or anything like that, but the profits of these lithium producers will go through the roof. These are companies that are already profitable, and increased lithium prices will boost these profits. And Albemarle did recently sign a new long-term lithium supply deal with BMW. As part of the agreement, Albemarle will supply BMW with battery-grade lithium for its electric vehicles starting next year in 2025. Looking at the financial statements for Albemarle, we can see that they have an incredibly strong balance sheet. The company has total assets of over $18 billion and total liabilities of $9 billion. Albemarle have cash and investments totaling over $2 billion and total stockholder equity of $9.6 billion. So overall, this is a very strong balance sheet, as you would expect from one of the world's biggest lithium producers. And they have a massive retained earnings of over $7 billion. When we look at the income statement, we can see that they have total sales of nearly $10 billion and a net profit of $1.6 billion. Compared to year over year, we can see that revenue is increasing. In fact, since 2021, earnings per share have increased more than tenfold, from just $1 per share up to $13 per share. Looking at MarketBeat, we can see that the analyst price target for ALB stock is $176. And this price target seems low for a company that has an equity value of nearly $10 billion and a market cap of only $15 billion. ALB stock is now 60% below its all-time high. They have massive profits, yet the company has a PE ratio of only 9.8. And with average trading volume of over 3.5 million shares per day, there is certainly lots of interest in ALB stock. Now, it's important to mention here that this is huge trading volume for a company whose share price is above $130. We're talking about, on average, about $500 million worth of this stock being traded. Like comparing this with, say, penny stocks, for example, that might have 100 million or 200 million daily trading volume, but that would only be a fraction of the value of stock that is being traded. Next up, and in my opinion, this is the best of the picks on this list, and that is Arcadium Lithium. Now, this is a company that you might not be familiar with if you are new to lithium stocks. In fact, you might not have even heard of it. Even though Arcadium is one of the largest lithium companies in the world, there is a simple reason. Arcadium was formed in January this year through a merger of Altm and Livent Lithium. Arcadium is both a lithium miner and lithium processor, and its broad range of lithium chemical products target the growing demand for portable electronics, EVs, and large-scale energy storage. This is a company with global operations with offices and facilities spread out all over the world. Arcadium Lithium has operations in Argentina and Australia, as well as downstream conversion assets in the United States, China, Japan, and the United Kingdom. Multiple development projects are underway in Argentina and Canada, and North Carolina. The company operates the only integrated high-purity lithium mine-to-metal production facility in the Western Hemisphere. Looking at the latest financial statements on the Arcadium website, we can see that they have a very strong balance sheet. The company has total assets of $3.2 billion and total liabilities of $946 million. Now, although this is consolidated statements, I think that this is actually referring to pre-merger Livent only. On the income statement, it shows consolidated revenue of $882 million. But looking at the presentation that went with this earnings, we can see that Livent alone had this revenue figure of 883. And looking at one of Altm's old earnings reports, we can see that they had $590 million in revenue for the first 6 months of the year. Altm also had net assets of over $500 million that does not appear to be consolidated into the figures. So I will wait until May 7th before analysing the financials fully. That is the date that they will release their Q1 financials. At the moment, I think Arcadium is trading at a ridiculously low price and with a PE ratio of only 2.73. Looking at tip ranks, we can see that the analyst target for Altm stock is only $7.50, which is far above the current price of $4.30, and there is also average trading volume of over 10 million shares. So there is a lot of interest in this stock too. Piedmont Lithium is a Nasdaq traded stock, ticker symbol PLL. Piedmont is a company in the development stage that is involved in exploring and developing resource projects within the United States. It is regarded as one of the best lithium stocks to invest in right now. Piedmont have a wide project portfolio, including projects in Carolina, Tennessee, Ghana, and Quebec. Piedmont Lithium and Sayona Mining announced the resumption of a commercial production at the North American Lithium project in Quebec, which is jointly owned by both companies. To date, the Quebec project is the first to have actual production, while the other projects are still some time away. Looking at the latest financial statements for Piedmont Lithium, we can see that they have a very strong balance sheet. The company has total assets of $381 million and total liabilities of just $48 million. Have $17 million in cash and total stockholder equity of $332 million. So overall, a very strong balance sheet. But something that needs to be remembered is that this is a company that have only started to see revenue for the first time in the past few months. Up until recently, Piedmont was a pre-revenue stage company, but they have made a loss of $21 million for the year. The biggest expense for Piedmont is the general and administrative expenses of $20 million, which when we look at the notes to the accounts, the increase in costs is due to hiring of additional staff rather than a huge increase in management compensation or bonuses. So overall, this is a very strong balance sheet. Piedmont is currently trading at a market cap of only $250 million, while their stockholder equity, as we can see here, is $332 million. We can see here on MarketBeat that Piedmont Lithium's 52-week low is $11, while the high is $65. But we also have an average price target of $71, a high target of $184, and a low of $15. But the most recent price targets are the ones on the lower end, ranging from $15 to $20, but this is still far above the current price of $11 per share. And remember that this is at a time when lithium stock is back to its lowest price in years. When lithium does go all the way back up, these profitable lithium stocks are going to rise a lot. Like, look at this. Even if we ignore the crazy spike of 2022, lithium is currently close to half the price it was in 2017, long before the EV boom. These prices will not stay this low. Even adjusting for inflation over this period, lithium will not stay this lowly priced. Now, in this video, I have looked at these companies and their investors' presentation very briefly, but a lot more could be said about each one of them. This is a time when lithium prices are very low, and I have not really looked at what things could look like over the next 10 years when demand is expected to far exceed supply. If you want to see an analysis of any of these companies in more detail, then like this video and drop a comment below stating which company to look at in more detail. If I get 300 likes on this video, I will make a detailed video about whichever company is most requested. In my opinion, this is a time to be looking at lithium, not 2 years ago when it was hyped up, but right now as the price appears to have bottomed. This is of course just my opinion and not financial advice, so always do your own due diligence about any stocks. Remember that I am not a financial advisor, but if you enjoyed this analysis, then please like and subscribe. I hope you make a load of money on these stocks. Follow me on Twitter and I'll catch you in the next video.